Okay, so basically, I got a haircut and also
It looks.
I forced McKenna to watch.
I really liked it.
You really liked it? I did too.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one of my favorite shows, probably, just because
It's not my favorite, but I like it.
It's like so funny. The first time I watched it, I could not stop laughing.
Oh.
Like literally. And we're gonna talk about that now. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about in the show is just that the comedy is genius. I think it is genius.
I love the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator. But basically, it's very similar to Death Note. At least part of the comedy is.
Oh, I thought you meant like the show, and I was like, no, it's not. But then I realized you meant like the comedy thingy.
Yeah, so like in Death Note, they have these over-the-top, extremely exaggerated battles between two very smart people, but they use that exaggeration and over-the-top direction in the show, and they use that for hype. It gets you hyped about everything that's happening.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
But in Kaguya-sama, the conflict is completely it's not serious at all.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It was very similar to how like Light and L were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm pretty sure I made the joke about them being gay.
Since the conflict is just completely nonsensical, it's like completely unnecessary, unlike in Death Note where it's literally a guy who has the power to kill everyone in the world whenever he wants. And this one is just two teenagers who don't want to confess to the other one.
Yeah.
And that makes it so that
just like Light and L.
that makes it so that the over-the-top exaggerated direction in the show is just extremely hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they have this narrator who's always he's like a sports commentator basically, just shouting everything that's happening even though
Keep on going.
even though it like doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
And it's really funny.
They should just confess to each other. No, when they said at the beginning, like, whoever confesses love first, like, dies or something, or murders, like, I thought it was gonna be, like, a show about some, like, academy where they're not allowed to fall in love, or some society where love is bad, and then they have to kill each other for a reward or something.
But no, it's just, like, a normal high school,
Yeah.
just with really smart people.
Also, another reason I really like the show is because of the maid.
Hayasaka.
Yeah, when I saw her, I was just like, ooh, okay.
I also really like just the chaos of the show. Like, they just have stuff flashing up on the screen constantly, like just random words, and there's a bunch of like flashing lights and stuff. Like in Death Note, L and Light just randomly turn, like, their hair turns blue or red in Light's case.
And they did the same thing.
Yeah, but in this show, like, all the backgrounds just randomly change. Like whenever Kaguya is mad at Chika, the background gets all dark and her eyes are like the creepy eyes. Which is like, okay, I'm gonna kill my best friend now.
Yeah.
And also, one example that I really liked was when they first introduce Chika. She does something that like slightly messes up their plans, and then it just flashes on the screen, chaos theory. And I was like, yeah, that's really funny.
It was really funny, but like, I don't remember what it was, but like, the president and the girl were like, I don't know, they were talking about something, and then the narrator was just like, liar! And then like, they said something like, he lies again!
Yeah.
And then, it's funny. And then there was something else where she was sick and the president was coming to visit her, and then like he saw that like her room was messy, and then like it was just like messy. It was funny.
Another thing in the sick episode, it has Hayasaka explaining why Kaguya is just being like really dumb while she's sick, but she's talking about like some extreme like psychology terms.
Yeah.
And it's like it's completely unnecessary. Like all you have to say is she's sick and so she's not really there. She's not thinking straight.
Yeah.
But she's explaining all these psychological
Yeah, it
terms
was
and it's
funny.
really over the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I love the show's comedy. The other thing I wanted to talk about was at the end of the show, it actually gets like serious, kind of more dramatic with the fireworks arc.
Yeah, that episode was really pretty. I liked it.
But something that I noticed in the... By the way, I've watched the show 3 times now. With McKenna, that was my 3rd time watching it.
You watched it by yourself a second time?
I watched it first, and then when the 2nd season was coming out, I watched it again, so that I would be like, I could remember everything that happened.
Oh,
And then I watched it with you.
okay.
Something that I noticed after both times I rewatched it was the show does a very good job of transitioning to the more serious subject matter in the later parts, because it starts out in episode 8, where episode 8 is the episode where Kaguya is that's the final exams, or maybe they're just regular exams, the exam episode. So Kaguya is like teaching Ishigami, she's tutoring him, and that episode is very funny. But at the end, there's a part where Kaguya like stands up for Ishigami because there are 2 girls like gossiping about him, and then she's like, she just gets up and tells them to shut up, basically.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be, that moment isn't supposed to be funny. It's like a serious moment.
I really liked when that woman was speaking in Russian. No,
was French.
French to the president to make his spirit go down, and then Kaguya, she got mad, but because she could understand what the woman was saying, and then she literally defended him. And
That part was really funny too.
Yeah, I also liked it because she defended him, and it was cute.
But after the episode where Kaguya stands up for Ishigami, the next episode is the one where it's like raining, and Kaguya wants her and the president to go on a car ride together.
That was funny.
But the that's kind of like a more messed up thing than she would usually do. Like she's basically forcing him to either get in the car or just walk home in the rain.
Yeah.
But because of that,
Get in the car!
Hayasaka actually says this. She's like, Kaguya, you're gonna get like bad karma for this.
Yeah,
and then
then
she does. She gets splashed by a bunch of water
And
when
it
the
was
president is riding his bike.
It was really funny how he started trying to speed home in the bike, though.
Uh-huh.
That was funny.
And then the part where she's sick is actually like very slow. It's pretty funny seeing her just be really stupid when she's sick.
Yeah, that was funny.
But also, it gets to a more dramatic moment when they're just like talking,
Yeah.
and neither of them have a plan to do anything.
Sorry.
And also, the sick episode foreshadows how she wants to see the fireworks.
Yes.
Because when Hayasaka and the president walk into her room and like everything's just all over the floor and the narrator says messy, Hayasaka is like, what are you looking for? And then Kaguya says she's looking for fireworks, which foreshadows how in the last episode she just wants to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
And also, when she's alone with the president, she asked him if he wants to do fireworks with her, which
Yes.
is more foreshadowing. And then the next episode has it's even more transition into the slower dramatic part, because it starts out with the cake fight, which is like a really funny part. But then after that, it has both Kaguya and the president just have a slow conversation with 2 other people, which has some funny moments, like when Ishigami is disrespecting women. But it's basically just 2 slow conversations about like serious stuff, and it's not like extremely hilarious, which makes it transition well into the next episode, which is the actual fireworks one, where the drama gets like real serious. Oh, and that episode also has it ends with a serious romantic moment with them, which is the lip touch. They touch each other's lips.
Ooh.
That's really the only two things I had to talk about this show. Do you have anything else? Because we're gonna talk about the characters. We're gonna talk about the characters in a second, but do you have anything else that?
Nope. No.
Who was your favorite character? What?
Kaguya-sama.
You're just making noises.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to say her name.
The main character?
Yes.
Kaguya.
Kaguya.
Yeah. I think Kaguya is pretty good too.
That's my favorite character.
I think it's close between her and Ishigami, because I think Ishigami has the funniest moments in the series, but
Who is that again?
he's like the kid who needs a haircut.
Oh, I like him too.
He has like the most funny moments in the show, but
You know
Kaguya.
a moment I like with Kaguya?
Okay.
Where she gets her Twitter account, I'm pretty sure, and then she asks, and then the maid is helping her like find her friends' accounts, and then they mention his name, and then she says not interested immediately.
He also has an
and
anime
then the
profile
music just like
picture.
stops. It was really funny.
Yeah, I think Ishigami and Kaguya are my two favorite characters. Ishigami has more funny moments, but Kaguya is also very funny, and she also has more like potential for emotional stuff, which I think I said in the tier list video. Because she's like a rich child who is shut away from the world, but she doesn't really want to be shut away from the world.
Yeah, she wants to be.
She wants to be more independent.
Yeah.
Do you have a least favorite character?
Well, look at the tier list video that I.
Oh yeah, I guess we can just do that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode? Or just single?
I like the firework episode.
The fireworks episode.
I also liked the episode where, like, the lip touch episode, but like I like what happened before that.
Okay. I think my favorite episode is episode 8, which is the one with the exams.
Yeah.
Because it starts out with Kaguya and the president both lying about how they don't study for exams, and Chika gets like caught up in that, and it causes her to do worse because she thinks they're not lying.
Yeah.
And the narrator points that out, and it's funny. But then it also has the part where Kaguya is tutoring Ishigami, and that's like the funniest part of the series to me, because he's just absolutely terrified of her and also of studying. But
Look, wait, this is literally the sparkling ice.
what do you mean it's literally the sparkling ice? What are your predictions for the future?
They're going to kiss.
Yeah, I guess that's really the only thing you can predict from this show, since it's like a romantic comedy.
And they kind of gave the hint that the guy who needs a haircut kind of had a crush on the other girl.
On Chika?
Yes, they gave the hint at that at first, but then they never did that again.
I've heard people say that he has a kiss in the second season, or at least
Have you
in the
finished
future.
the second season
No,
yet?
not all of it is out yet.
Okay.
At the time of recording this, I think only 8 episodes are out, and there are supposed to be 12. So yeah, what would you score it? What's your score for the show?
4 out of 10. What?
Is that actually serious? You did the same thing with Demon Slayer. You said it was a 6 out of 10, and I was about to get offended.
I actually think it's like a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd give this a 9 out of 10, because it's just like its goal is to be funny, and it does that really well, It's funny like almost throughout the entire show, and there's even some like emotional stuff, some drama moments at the end with Kaguya and the fireworks. But it's not like deep or anything. It's just supposed to be funny, so I can't give it like a 10 out of 10 because it's not like teaching me much or anything.
I like your Skechers, you like me, your Gucci shoes.
Shows that we are currently watching. We're watching Bungo Stray Dogs.
Yes, and that's all.
Yeah, I haven't chosen a show for McKenna yet because I'm trying to get these videos out of the way first. I think the next video is gonna be about Owari no Seraph. So yeah, that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
Plot twist, the video isn't over because
What?
this is being put onto the end of the Kaguya-sama season 1
Oh yeah,
video.
look at Chris's hair!
It's back. Or did we film that after I got the haircut?
Yeah, it was like right after, and you had like that Christmas blanket around you.
Okay, yeah.
Good job.
But anyways, yeah, this is being filmed like a few weeks after the first part of the Kaguya-sama video. But in that time we finished Happy Sugar Life.
Yeah.
And
We finished lots of stuff.
Yeah. But the show I was showing you after season 1 was Happy Sugar Life, and then we also finished season 2.
Has the Fruits Basket video come out yet by the time this is out?
No, this is coming out like way before
Okay.
the Fruits Basket video.
Well,
but,
if you guys are seeing this in the future when the Fruits Basket video is already out, then if you watched what happened in those videos, then like this is like the day after that.
yeah, the tier list video for this show should have come out last week, even though we filmed it like 2 days ago, which was before the Fruits Basket video, which will come out in like a month or something. So the timeline is all messed up. Yeah, school. Anyways.
We have to talk about...
And it has a question mark. The Love is War has a question mark.
Question mark.
But there was no kiss at the end of this season.
Yeah,
So,
boo.
yeah.
But they had a lot of development.
There was a lot of
There
development.
was.
Like, I think something interesting about this season is that there's a lot less psychological battles.
Yeah, I found that interesting
Yes.
when I realized that.
Because they seem to be more like...
And they like admitted their feelings a lot more.
Yeah, they seem to be a lot more open about it, even though there's still a bit more... They're still kind of pretending not to do it, but it's not to the point where they're doing like huge Death Note battles or whatever. And that kind of, for me, it kind of takes away from the comedy a bit, because for season 1, the thing that really drew me in was the Death Note style battles over nothing.
I honestly just liked everything.
But yeah, I think this season still has enough of the first season's comedy, like with the over-the-top animation and the narrator and all the crazy voice acting. And there's a lot more...
Hello.
That actually just made me completely lose track of what I was saying.
It's amazing.
Okay, but anyways, yeah, there's less focus on the psychological battles, but I think they make up for it in the actual plot lines that happen.
The line.
Like there's the election arc, the Ishigami tries to become a normie arc, and there's a lot of comedy in those arcs, but there's also some drama, some dramatic
It was funny
elements.
how he thought Shinoa was actually doing makeup on him. And it was like
Shinomiya.
And he was
Shinoa
like,
is from Owari no Seraph. Just say Kaguya. That's her name. It's easier. It has less syllables.
Anyways, sir.
I think you're talking about the Ishigami arc, but we're gonna talk about that later.
No,
I want to say stuff in order.
No, it wasn't that serious. I was just saying.
Well, you can just.
No, I was just saying I thought it was funny how he was like, I hope people don't actually mistake me for a girl, and then she wasn't even actually doing actual makeup on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, I hope people don't mistake me as a girl, and then it was so bad. Anyways, go on.
Okay, so, the first few episodes of the season, you're making some interesting faces looking at your phone. So, in the first season, it was very, episodic, you know? Each episode has its own story, basically, and that's how I felt about, like, the first few episodes of this season, too. So... So, I don't really have much to say about the first few episodes, because, they don't really stand out to me that much. They were just, normal, funny things happening. Like, it's just as funny as the show has been. So yeah, I don't have anything to say about the first few episodes, but I did notice in episode 4, I wrote this down because I was impressed. Episode 4 has some, like, it has a really good flow of structure, of plot, of story. It is amazing. And, it's the one, it starts out with, Hayasaka trying to prove to Kaguya that she could date the president in one day.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that part is funny, and, but then it ends with Hayasaka being, like, sad.
Yeah, she was like, if I had a month, I could do it.
But,
She could do it to me in, like,
but
2 seconds.
that scene...
Go on.
That like segment of the episode, it makes it's like the final snapping point for Hayasaka, because after that she's just like done with Kaguya, and she was already done with Kaguya, but now she's more done with Kaguya now.
With the hospital scene when she was like, I can't ever show my face here again.
But just in this specific episode, episode 4, after she gets done with Kaguya, then there's the part where Miyuki needs to visit Kaguya to ask her to give the campaign speeches, right?
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes, sir.
And it would have gone fine, but since Hayasaka is like completely fed up with Kaguya, she goes like, she goes like,
hey, hey!
as loud as possible in front of the whole classroom, and that makes everyone realize that he's gonna ask her something. Mm-hmm. And then you have like the really funny scene where everyone thinks he's gonna ask her out.
Yeah.
But
and
it
they're
doesn't
all
actually
watching
happen.
from the windows.
Yeah. And so I just liked how
middle school type of beat.
I liked how the Hayasaka stuff in the first part of the episode led directly to what happened later in the episode. Flow of structure, of plot, of story. It is amazing. Okay, but then at the end of the scene where the confession part happens, even though it's not actually a confession. Everyone thinks it's a confession. But you see Miko and her glasses friend. They're like in the background, and they're like talking about how dumb it is to have the asking
We're not
out
like
thing.
these
Yeah.
people.
And that leads directly to the last segment of the episode, which is when Miyuki and the other student council members meet Miko, who's like running the campaign against them in the election. And so this whole episode just has one segment that leads directly into the next one, which leads into the next one. And I liked that. It was good.
Yes.
Good plot structure.
Good.
Flow.
Yes,
of
the
structure,
Inquisitor was
of plot, of story. It is amazing.
well, and that also leads to the election arc of the season, which was really entertaining.
I liked seeing her.
Just her.
That's all I had to say.
Period.
Her. A specific her that I liked seeing, though, out of the many hers. Okay, I need to stop. Okay, I liked how they showed that the person had, like...
Do you just mean Miko, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Miko,
Had,
you know?
She she had anxiety, so she had trouble speaking to a crowd. And then I liked how the president came out and
Yeah,
did
I'm
some
gonna talk
stuff.
about that in a
Okay.
second. But before I talk about Miko in the election, I want to talk about just how Kaguya is like. I like how they're continuing
I
to
like
have
the
her.
PowerPoint. The PowerPoint.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about though.
Oh,
That's not what I'm talking
cut
about.
that out.
I like how they're still having Kaguya as like someone who just controls everything
Yeah.
because she's super rich. Like everyone on the election committee.
the other person to drop out.
Yeah, she was like torturing that guy.
Yeah.
And then she also just owns the election committee in the student council,
Yeah.
which is funny. It's funny
It's funny.
because she's rich, and it's social commentary because the rich own our
Because I'm
elections.
effing rich. And you're
hello.
effing poor. Bouncy shake. No. Keep on saying your words.
Okay, I'm talking about Miko now
Sir.
in the election arc. So Miko, is a really cool character.
She is.
I really like her backstory as like the disciplined person.
Yeah.
And she's always like trying to get people in line.
No kissing.
Which I don't obviously no one agrees with what she's doing. Like she wants to shave everyone's head and stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But it's like sad to see how it affected her because now she's just a social outcast
Anxiety.
and she has social anxiety. She can't speak in front of crowds.
Yeah.
But then you get to the part where she's making her speech, and you were talking about this earlier, but she's making her speech and she can't speak in front of the crowd, and then Miyuki and Ishigami are talking with each other, watching her get embarrassed, and they're both like, even though Ishigami like hates Miko, like they have a rivalry between each other.
I kind of shipped them. Yeah.
Both Ishigami and Miyuki are like, I don't want to see her get embarrassed like this.
Yeah.
And so the president,
And that's on Soulmates. Okay.
the president walks up to the stage, and he directs Miko's attention towards him instead of the crowd, and he does that on purpose so that she doesn't get embarrassed and she speaks her mind and stuff, and I
Yeah.
liked that. And also after that they say that if he hadn't done that then he would have won in a landslide because the actual election results were like really close, but he would have
I
won
would
by
have
a lot
voted
more.
for her probably.
Okay,
I would have.
interesting.
But I probably would have voted her without her that speech.
But anyways, back to the show that we were talking about. I already talked about how there's less psychological battles, but they make up for it with the election arc and the sports festival arc by making
Go on.
they make up for the lack of psychological battles by having more situations where there's more drama, more plot, and just they have funny moments in those sections. Like in the election arc, there's lots of moments where it's like it's exaggerated to the point where it's like real life politics. Like I already talked about how Kaguya owns the entire election committee, just like the rich do in our country.
The rich.
And also Chika moves like a teacher to police the a section of students that would vote against them, as if like that actually matters in like student council elections. But yeah.
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 The next arc is like the sports festival / Ishigami tries to become a normie. And I really liked Ishigami trying to become a normie. Like him
Yeah.
joining the cheer squad is just like really funny because he's so
Yes.
out of place. But throughout that you learn his past. Like he was actually like athletic in junior high.
In junior high, he was like
And he had
short hair.
he had normal hair. But then in episode 11, which is like the most drama-heavy episode of the series so far, it gives his entire backstory of how he beat up that guy and then he got shut out from
a jackass. Okay, sorry.
and he got shut out from the rest of his classmates.
Did
but
that
then
guy like? Did he didn't get expelled though, right? He just moved schools.
yeah, they imply that
Yeah.
Kaguya like did something to make him transfer.
Oh.
So really makes you think.
Yeah.
And it's more explicit in the manga that she did that.
This is why I stand her. Okay. Anyways.
Also in episode 11, they have the part where the student council and specifically Miyuki find Ishigami while he's like locked up in his room, and Miyuki basically gets Ishigami to like come back out of his room,
Yeah.
and that's really nice. And they tie that into him in the race, where at the end, even though he loses the race,
They still come to him.
they
and
still
say- Yeah.
congratulate him, and he opens his eyes and he sees their faces.
Just like
and,
a silent.
Yes, it got a silent voice in here.
Yeah. I would literally watch another movie about Ishigami.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like if they made like a spin-off movie, like that's like a silent voice, but like and they like showed that scene in junior high and stuff, and they builded it up from there.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch that, even though it'd be kind of hard to like picture that, because like you know that they're just like making it like cheaper from Love Is War.
You know, I really wasn't expecting this heavy drama
Yeah.
coming from Ishigami. Even though I probably should have seen some of it in season 1 because they talk about his past.
I was
in-
kind
in
of
some
expecting
parts.
that he would have some trauma in the past or something, judging on how he acted in season 1. Like how he would quickly try to get out of bad situations. Like every time something would happen, like he would be like, I want to die, so I'm going home. Like even though that seems like a joke, or he would say stuff like, I'm going home to write my will, or something. It was funny how the president would always say stuff like, that's fine, but don't die. I don't know, like, when people say stuff like that and like quickly try to get out of situations that make them uncomfortable, that's kind of a sign of like mental abuse in the past, or like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you said something about him. You say what am I saying? You just said that the president says like no, don't die every
Yeah.
time he does that.
Yeah.
But that kind of relates to how Ishigami and the president's relationship is
Yeah.
like really good.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
is.
president is the one who got Ishigami out of the room and tell him to write that note,
Yeah.
which was like
Like go to hell.
go to hell, dumbass.
Yeah. Iconic.
And they also, I really liked how that relationship was developed because
Yeah.
they have a really cool friendship.
Appa approves.
And I also liked Ishigami's developed relationship with Miko because
Go with
uh,
I get she get out once.
it mostly comes from Miko's glasses friend. She like narrates how Ishigami and Miko are actually like really similar. They show that part in the past where Miko has like a note on her back and Ishigami walks past
Oh yes,
and
yes,
tears
yes,
it off.
yes. I like that moment a lot.
But for most of the season, Miko is still like, I hate you, Ishigami. You are
Yeah.
a terrible student. Be disciplined. But then in the race where Ishigami is like,
She was literally about to go up to him, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
also during the race, she for the first time she actually like cheers him on a bit,
Yeah.
and it's not like a loud cheer, but she still says it. It's like she's admitting that she does think he's like a good person actually. But then also, as you said at the end, she does almost go up to him, but then she gets stopped because
Yeah.
the other people go up. So yeah, that's the stuff I really liked from the season. I liked the more there was a lot more like serious plot arcs in it. even though they still fit a lot of funny moments into it, it feels more like there's stories going on throughout the entire thing. Even though, unlike the first season, which was just each episode is its own thing until the fireworks thing happened, and that was only like part of 2 episodes. So yeah. But the last thing I wanted to talk about is just the last episode, which I thought was kind of disappointing. It was like funny, it was fine.
I feel like more stuff could have happened.
Yeah, I feel like
it definitely wasn't anything compared to the firework episode.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything to the episode that came right before it.
Yeah.
They do have some more stuff with Kaguya.
The ending was kind of cool to watch though, like when like all the people they showed all the characters coming out.
The very end of that episode where the building explodes and then all the characters are
that
flying
was
around.
Literally in the season 1 intro.
Yeah. But that's really funny. But earlier in the episode they focus on Kaguya being sad about her phone breaking.
Yeah.
And that's not like anything that big. It's not like anything.
But like it was the memories that were on the phone.
Yeah. But it's not like that's something that could be specific to Kaguya, really.
But like it was like really sad when she started like breaking down, and she said like she didn't actually like, here, let me just say it and you'll know what I'm talking about. She said this, but maybe this is a good thing in disguise. Maybe I can use this as something against the president. And then she started like crying.
Yeah. But it did turn out to be a good thing because she
got even more memories. Than
she
before.
gets the Line app.
Yeah.
And then she's able to join a group chat and stuff. But I don't think that drama was like that. It was so intense.
Sweet though.
It
and
was
I started
good.
thinking about Toro's eyes in the middle of it, so I started laughing.
But yeah, this I wrote down that the last episode doesn't really feel like a last episode of a season until the building explodes, really.
I gotta
where they
say
show all the
something.
characters, but
back on topic.
But what I was saying is that this last episode doesn't really feel like a last episode. It just kind of feels like it could have been like in the middle of the season, really.
And now we have to wait a freaking year.
Yeah, and maybe longer because of the coronavirus.
At least they're staying safe. Because if they die, we won't get it.
That's true. But yeah, did you think? What did you think about the last episode? Did you think it was like fine?
I thought it was fine, but I do know it could have been better.
Yeah. Who was your favorite character this season?
Definitely Kaguya.
It's still Kaguya?
Yeah.
Okay,
best girl.
Ishigami definitely became my favorite character.
Yeah.
Because in the first season, I thought he was the funniest character, slightly above Kaguya, but Kaguya, just because of the added drama that she had.
Ooh, I'm a mess. Go on.
Because of the added drama that Kaguya had, I thought she was a better character, but Ishigami got his drama this time, and I like that. I also liked the new character Miko. She's really cool.
I like her too. She's definitely my second favorite.
Yeah, but
no, she's my third favorite because the other girl is my second favorite.
But
I feel like they were like implied like girlfriends in season 1. I'm just saying.
You mean Hayasaka and Kaguya?
Yes. Or like at least a one-sided crush. You can tell if you rewatch it.
I've watched it 3 times.
Okay, then you can tell.
I understood what you were saying. But I don't think that's like what they're going for.
There was literally a rainbow above them when she was crying on her once. Like they showed a gigantic rainbow and then they slid the camera down and they were right below it.
You can hear more of our thoughts about the characters in the tier list video, which should have come up a week ago, and you should have watched it.
Is it September when this came out?
It's probably gonna be
it
July.
Be August.
I think it will be July or maybe
That's
August.
That's way sooner than I thought.
Yeah, because this is coming out before.
School again.
Because this video is coming out like before a lot of the videos we filmed, so.
That is true, sir. I don't know why I said sir.
I still think Chika is overrated. I did not say this in the season 1 portion of this video, but Chika is very overrated. She is not, especially in this season. I think she fell off from her A tier. Now she's
I
like,
definitely started liking her in season 2 more than season 1. Because in season 1, if I'm being honest, she just kind of annoyed me.
really?
I don't know, like, the way that she had, like, her personality is really funny and sweet. But it's just the way that, like, when, like, the president and Kaguya were about to have moments, and then, like, she would just, like, come in and be like, I just wanted to...
Okay.
Also, the sister thing.
What?
Like, when she was trying to make friends with, like... This one isn't that much serious, I'm just judgmental.
Oh, you mean that she's
Like, when she
friends
was-
with this
Well,
president's
no,
sister?
I'm not mad that they're friends. I'm mad that, like Kaguya was, like, trying to, like... I remember, like,
Yeah, I see
the
what you're
sister
saying.
was literally about to say something, like, do you want to hang out again? And then she was just like, oh, hug!
Mm-hmm. But in season 1, she had the Chica dance.
Yeah, that was
But
pretty cute.
there was no Chica dance part 2 in the second season. The closest thing we got was the Kaguya dance.
Yeah.
When she's trying to find her calming ritual.
I think that episode with, like, the singing episode, that made me like her even more. Because that was really funny.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the favorite episodes.
Okay.
So, favorite episodes. I think the funniest episode for me...
Is the dancing one?
No, not that one. I liked that, though. The Sauron song is, it slaps.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
But I think the funniest part, the one that made me laugh the most was, the one where they turn into shoujo romance characters.
Oh my god.
That was just really funny. I like how they all read the manga,
I was
and then they
literally-
just turned into the Fruits Basket characters.
Yeah.
Also,
It's just that, like, it was, like, 2 Yukis, though.
yeah. But Miyuki and Ishigami have like a bro moment because they both go to the aquarium together.
Yeah, they have
They're like,
many
wow, this is
bro
fun.
moments.
Yes. But the episode that was best for drama is obviously episode 11, because there are literally like no jokes in that episode.
Yes.
And there's not even an intro to it. It just starts, and it's like serious from the start.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
My favorite episode is the singing episode.
Yeah.
Where she's teaching the president. And then there's like this one moment where she's like, okay, sing. And then
And then it goes.
like, we literally rewatched that one moment so many times. And then when he's walking out of...
And he has that smile.
Chris literally screenshotted that, and it was so
I'm
funny.
gonna put it in the thumbnail, probably.
It was so funny, and it looks. You said this. It looks like it could be a meme because of the people staring at him.
Yes.
It was so funny. And then there was something. Another episode that I like is when he actually sleeps, so he doesn't have eye bags.
Yes.
And he's trying to get Kaguya to notice, and then she's just like, "I have a fetish for his eye bags." But like the whole time, he's just like. Do you notice something? It's like equivalent to like, it's not as funny, but like it's like equivalent to when she was trying to make him notice her nails.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I already said my other favorite episodes in the first part of this video.
But I said that the best drama episode was episode 11 because I thought that there might be a debate between 11 and 12, because in the first season the drama episodes were definitely 11 and 12 because that's when the fireworks arc happens. But in this one, there really isn't that much drama in episode 12.
I feel like more stuff should have happened.
So episode 11 is obviously the
I
best
really
drama
liked the star scene too.
Oh yeah,
Or, like,
the one where they
moon
look at
one.
the stars.
Yeah.
That was
Really cute. That was adorable. Okay. I
Um,
told her that I loved her. I was not sure if she heard. The roof was pretty windy and she didn't say a word. Sorry.
My favorite specific moment, well, I don't know if this is actually my favorite specific moment, but I already said this in the tier list video, but the part where Kaguya is learning her calming ritual, where Hayasaka is trying to think of something to calm Kaguya down, and then she just goes for like slightly longer than normal time, just to the point where it becomes slightly funny. and that's just hilarious.
That's just hilarious.
It is just hilarious. It's like the perfect length to become slightly funny, and then it cuts out, and that's what makes it funny. I explained the joke. It is funny. It is comedy.
It was kind of funny how like that orange tour balloon blew up the whole school.
Yes.
That's science right there.
In the next season, they're gonna have to relocate to another school, and all the classrooms are gonna be crowded. It's just gonna be a real struggle to get their grades to stay as high.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen in the next season.
Anyways.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. What would you score season 2 of Kaguya-sama?
What did I score season 1?
I don't remember.
Oh god. I just know that it has to be lower than what I scored for season 1.
Really?
But I'm like, because like, I know I liked season 1 better. But like, what if we rewatch the video and then I accidentally say a higher score than I... Okay,
think
I'm just...
You can give it like the same score, but say it's like a lower version
I'm just
of
gonna
that
say
score.
like a...
I think you said it was a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I was about to say 8.
Okay. So you think season 2 is an 8?
Yeah, what do you think?
I gave season 2 a 9, which is the same score I gave season 1.
Nice.
I think this season is like slightly a lower 9, but like very slightly. I think they're very close. Because this season kind of loses the parts of the comedy that I found the most funny in season 1, which is the Death Note battles.
Yes.
I think season 1 is just more solidly funny for like the entire season, but I like the more the arc style of season 2 with the election and the sports festival, which make it more interesting as it goes along. Because I feel like if they just had the Death Note battles, for another season, it might get a bit like boring at some point.
It's like how you got bored of the fruits basket.
Yeah. Season 2 has more like stories that go over multiple episodes, which I think makes it more interesting to watch throughout. Because you see like the election going on for multiple episodes and the sports festival going on for multiple episodes. And the single episode of like really good drama, which is episode 11 of season 2, is like the best episode in the series so far. And I think that really brings up this season also. And there's a lot more interesting development of the backstories of the characters in this season too. So I think
You like season 2?
yeah, because I don't think it's as funny as season 1. It still has a lot of like funny ideas that I still like, but I like season 2 more for the more serious parts, because there's more serious stuff in season 2 than there was in season 1. Flow of structure, of plot. So I give it the same score as season 1, which is a 9 out of 10. We probably shouldn't say what shows we're watching because that's going to mess up the timeline more.
Yeah.
So if you want to see what we're watching, watch the Fruits Basket video, which will come out in like a month or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Rest
weird.
in peace to the people that are seeing this before it comes out.
The next video, I don't know what the next video is, hold on. Apparently it's gonna be Owari no Seraph.
We made
Do
that such a long
Do you
time
remember
ago.
when we filmed the Owari no
I
Seraph
don't
video?
even remember what we said in that video.
I don't remember either.
I just know you were really annoyed and angry talking because you hate the show.
Yeah, I don't like Owari no Seraph.
I like it, but that's because I'm...
Yeah, it is. But, yeah,
The anger and judgment in your voice when you just said that.
I don't actually remember if we said what shows we're watching in the first part of this video, so, you might just not know. Yeah, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
So yeah, subscribe, and then you'll see the Fruits Basket video in a month, and you'll get to know what we watched.
And you'll see more of Appa!
Oh yeah, that's true.
And these weird drawings behind us.
Unless we never film down here again for some reason.
Don't say that, please.
Yeah. Next video is a Wario no Seraph.